Please stand for the singing of our national anthem by Catalina and April Munoz, and please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance to follow afterwards.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs burn, sting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may now take your seat.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the ACHS graduation. My name is Princess Vargas, and I am the class president for the senior class. I would like to thank everyone here for joining us today on this important day. Thank you to all parents for your continued support in this crazy journey. This day marks not only the end, but the beginning of a new journey. And I just want to say, class of 2021, we did it. We did the impossible and received not only a high school diploma, but a college degree in a pandemic. I can't believe we are already graduating. It feels like just yesterday we were failing Miss Barnes' midterm and crying in Mr. Silo's room while he played Baby Shark. Everyone should be proud of what they accomplished in these past 4 years, and I know in the future, each and every one of you will be successful. The friends I made at ACHS are once in a lifetime, and I hold the memories we made very dear to my heart. I wish you all the best in the future, and I hope our paths will again cross. It is now my pleasure to introduce one of the major supporters of ACHS. Please welcome the Superintendent of the Arlington Independent School District, Dr. Marcelo Cavazos.
Well, good morning. You know, I've spoken at many graduation ceremonies during the last 8 years that I've been superintendent. And I'm genuinely proud of every student that has ever crossed the stage at graduation. But I tell you today, students, no other class has experienced a senior year like the class of 2021. A quick review. You endured virtual learning, hybrid learning, in-person learning, all in the same year. Your friendships and activities were made more difficult because of social distancing and wearing a mask. You became an expert on Zoom. You had new words in your vocabulary: synchronous, asynchronous, and the least favorite, quarantine. And if COVID wasn't enough, you also made it through a massive winter storm that really caused a lot of damage across Arlington and the region. And I want to say to you and your loved ones today, and all those watching online, that we know how hard this past year has been for you. We know that following protocols, quarantining, all of that was challenging. And we also know that because you were disciplined and you were willing to sacrifice, you kept COVID from spreading in our community. You did that. Our students did that in Arlington. And we're not without loss from COVID-19. We had 4 staff members who passed away, and many of us are still grieving losses that we had as a result of COVID. And we remember them by thanking you, every student, every parent, everyone who sacrificed, so that the numbers would continue to remain low. Even though the waters of our senior year has been choppy, I've seen you navigate those waters with hope. You had hard work, optimism, passion, and endurance. Your hard work kept you connected. Despite all these learning models and all these disruptions, you still found ways to participate with your school, keep up with your studies, be successful. You found all that even with all these challenges. You know, remaining optimistic during COVID-19 was really hard for a lot of us, all of us actually. But you made it look easy. You made it look like this is something we can accomplish and we'll just plow right through it if we all work together. And today we celebrate your optimism because we know the future is very bright and is something we all look forward to. Much of it because of your work and your dedication. And your passion didn't wane because of COVID-19. You know, you had passion to teach us about social justice and social issues. Some of you helped collect food. You helped your neighbors. You helped your family. You helped your friends. Some of you marched for some very important causes during this last year. But what you shared with us was joy. You had joy in continuing to move forward. And then you demonstrated endurance. And the end of your junior year and the entire senior year, you spent it in a pandemic. And yet here you are with your cap and gown, ready to turn that tassel, ready to receive your diploma, diplomas, in the case of our students here today. You know, William Barclay said, endurance is not just the ability to bear something bad, but to turn it into glory. And that's what you've done. You've endured something really challenging and you've turned it into something really amazing. And as a class, you've shared an experience that really nobody else can claim today, that experience of working through a global pandemic. And I believe that the way you've dealt with that has a lesson for our community, has us all better prepared for the future, because we know that we can handle hard things exceptionally well. You're a special class of students, and I'm very, very proud of you. I'm proud of you, I'm proud of your families, your teachers, your staff. They shared all their talents and love with you, and I encourage you to continue to pay that forward as you move on to the next phase of your life. Hard work, optimism, passion, endurance, those things that you had before the pandemic, you strengthened them during the pandemic, and you're well prepared for your future. And I'm just so proud of you. You went even further by completing a college associate's degree. And many of you will receive that as well. You're an example. You're a model. Even if you don't know that you're a role model for students or for your family, your neighbors, your friends, you are. And you should be very proud of the work that you've done. And you should continue that. But also continue it with a strong sense of helping someone else. As you achieve, you help some other people achieve. Class of 2021, congratulations. I'm very proud of you, and we love you. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Alexis Wynn, and I am the Community Service Officer for the Class of 2021. It is my pleasure to introduce another prime supporter of ACHS, the proud president of Tarrant County College Southeast Campus, Dr. William Coppola.
Good morning. Following Dr. Cavazos is always a challenge. He's such a wonderful speaker, and his heart is really in this class and all of the students of AISD. It is my honor to be part of this big moment of yours. The events of this past year has kept you home for months, and this fact alone has set you apart from all the classes that have graduated from Arlington Collegiate High School prior to you. This inconvenience did not stop you from pushing through with your education and reaching your goals. You will be better and stronger as a person because of it. Commencement is an occasion of feelings, a mixture of delights and melancholy. Let me make a guess. Probably many of you have asked this question at some time this past year. Why am I studying so hard? Well, this morning is the answer. You have earned your high school diploma, college credits, and many of you an associate's degree. Just like other high school graduates, you will now enjoy the greatest sense of freedom and the challenge to make both academic and life decisions. So I encourage you to reflect on the fact that you are among the lucky ones. You have made it to graduation and prove to yourself and your parents that you could do it. However, this is just the beginning of your journey, and I am so glad that Tarrant County College, and especially the Southeast Campus, has had a small part to play in your development. So from the words of Maya Angelou, those of you that know me know I always have to have a quote, beyond you, all your memories, before you, all your dreams, around you, all your love, within you, all you need. Remember that you are capable of achieving anything you put your mind to it, and today is proof of that. I also want to congratulate Mr. Krieger and his wonderful staff and their perseverance and dedication over this last year to make sure of your success. They will always remember and love each and every one of you. And moreover, to the wonderful parents, I want to say that your encouragement and understanding of what your son or daughter started 4 years ago has made this day possible. You should share in their joy and success, for it is family that provides a very special and affection that only you can. I want to take a personal privilege, and I'm allowed to do that. I'm a president. This is one of the perks. And thank a very special person. A lot of people say around the country, because we've been doing this for 4 years now, 5 years, graduating classes, and what is the success of Arlington Collegiate High School? Because it is one of the most successful early college high schools in the country, by far. I'm not talking about a little, by far. So I get to speak at higher education panels about why that is. And it's always about the partnership. And I have to remind them, it is not about the partnership. It is about the relationship that we have. And that relationship would not have happened without Mr. Mike Sinato. And I'm going to ask Mike to stand in the back. Mike, from the beginning, was the person who formed the relationship, but also persevered with the faculty and the staff on both sides. Mike is retiring this year, and because of that, you will be the last class that he is ushered through to graduation to meet this wonderful milestone that you have, which very few individuals in the United States have achieved. So I just want to thank Mike. You should thank Mike, and we look forward to moving forward. So in closing, on behalf of the Tarrant County College administrators, faculty, and staff, to the class of 2021, I congratulate you and wish you continued success in life's journey. You will always be part of the Southeast Campus. Be safe. Thank you very much.
Good morning. With great pleasure, I introduce you to the Arlington Collegiate High School salutatorian, Kevin Bailon. Kevin is a proud descendant of Chihuahua, Mexico, and is the humble son of Manuel Bailan and Edlisa Erives. Kevin is the oldest of 4 children, and Kevin's parents describe him as literally born ready to learn. They don't ever remember having to remind him to study or do homework. He's always just done that on his own. Interestingly, before Kevin found his love of academics, he once had a great love of soccer. His mom shared that although he had never played, he was very optimistic about making his junior high team. Much to his surprise, he did not make the team. His mom said that he was genuinely confused about why. Instead of pointing out the obvious, she lovingly suggested that Kevin play to his strengths and dominate in the classroom. He took that advice and never looked back. Kevin is a quiet, natured force that has always been greatly motivated by his parents' hard work and determination for him and his siblings to succeed. Kevin's father told him that he should work hard now so that he doesn't have to work hard later, and he has done just that. Kevin has greatly enriched our school by being part of the Student Leadership Academy, Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society, National Honor Society, and he was also a UTA Lion Scholar, attending classes on the campus as a junior. Kevin will be attending the University of Arlington in the fall, majoring in mechanical engineering. He is the recent recipient of the $10,000 Innovation Scholarship and the $5,000 Dream Scholarship, making his award amount over $45,000. He plans to continue his education and make his family very proud. Congratulations, Kevin. ACHS is better because you were here. Your family, friends, the whole staff, we're all wishing you success from this point forward.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Kevin Bailon, and it is with great honor that I am Arlington Collegiate High School's class of 2021 salutatorian. I want to start off with thanking God because without His guidance, I would not have been able to be in this position. On behalf of the class of 2021, I would also want to thank the teachers and staff of ACHS. They all have been supportive to each and one of us throughout our 4 years at ACHS. Last but not least, I want to thank my friends and family. Para mis padres, Manuel Bailón y Edilza Rives, gracias por ayudarme a convertirme en el hombre que soy hoy. Sin su amor y sin su apoyo no hubiera sido posible alcanzar esta gran meta. Espero que mi esfuerzo sea una inspiración a todos en mi familia para que vean que cualquier cosa que te propones en la vida sí se puede. As I took time to write this speech, my first thought was, wow, I really have to do an extra homework assignment that I have to then read out loud to a crowd. But then I saw it as a great opportunity to reflect on the rigorous journey we all took to get here. One of my deepest memories that I have of the ACHS was during our freshman bridge camp. I remember feeling perplexed and regret for choosing to attend ACHS because I was going to leave all of my friends behind, and I was anxious about how difficult this journey would be since I was going to take college classes at a young age. As time went on, I realized that I was wrong. I realized that there was something special in ACHS, which is family. ACHS is a big family since all of us, including our teachers, support each other in order to all accomplish one common goal, which is to graduate with an associate's degree and a high school diploma. It felt like it was us against the world, especially when we were taking classes at TCC in our junior year because we didn't know anyone. The only thing we had was each other. We pushed each other to keep going and to be the best version of ourselves. Even when we did not get the grade we wanted in an assignment, there was always family in ACHS that would lift us up. Even though we have now made it to graduation, our class definitely had to go through the hardest of circumstances to graduate. We were hit with a global pandemic that bashed all of us and required us to learn through our dear friend Zoom. Yes, Zoom. It was quite a challenge to learn because for some classes we had to teach ourselves the class material, which is a drastic change from learning from a professor face-to-face. Our senior year also included a blizzard that prevented us from doing schoolwork for a week. Many did not have any electricity in their homes, which left them in the cold trying to stay warm. But despite all of these challenges that have been thrown on our way, we still managed to persevere through it. As the world is beginning to get back to normal, we were blessed with the opportunity to walk across the stage with our associate's degree from Tarrant County College a few weeks ago. We should all be very proud of ourselves because we graduated with 2 degrees in 4 years while still having to go through a pandemic. That is why I want to leave you all with one thing before we go our separate ways. No matter how difficult it gets to achieve your goals, always remember that you can reach them by dedicating time, passion, and perseverance. Remind yourself about how you managed to graduate with 2 degrees during unprecedented times. Even though we had to finish through difficult circumstances, we still managed to make a final push to go through them. These challenges were speed bumps along the road for graduation. In your life, there will be many setbacks, but I encourage you all to not let them stop you from achieving your dreams. Now, as the beginning of your next chapter of life begins, once we walk this stage, I want to wish all of you the best of luck in your future endeavors and congratulations on this achievement. Thank you.
It is a wonderful privilege and honor to introduce the Arlington Collegiate High School valedictorian, Princess Vargas. Princess is the younger of 2 children who were raised by their proud mother, Alejandra Maldonado. Princess's brother, Destiny, has been more like a father figure in her life. She remembers him attending every parent meeting and supporting her since she was in the 5th grade. Princess has always valued the work ethic and determination of both her brother and mother. Their drive made her always want to work hard, and she considered educational success her contribution to the family. Princess is a great student leader and advocate for all things ACHS. As the Student Council President, she partnered with other students to lead meetings and make decisions for the campus. She was a part of the ACHS Roar Newspaper Club, Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society, AIS, encouraging Latinas to lead, achieve, and succeed, Historical Underground Club, Women's Empowerment Club, the College Initiative Program, where she mentored current juniors to prepare for senior year. She was also a peer leader at TCC, helping incoming students navigate the college world. Princess will be attending Texas Tech University in the fall and majoring in astronomy. She has been awarded over $52,000 in scholarship money to fund her education and future academic endeavors. Princess, you've made your family, teachers, friends, and counselor very proud. You have shown incredible strength and grit throughout your time at ACHS. Your infectious positivity, yet quiet nature have encouraged and blessed so many. You have truly created a roadmap to success, and we all wish you nothing but the best.
Good morning, class of 2021, parents and staff. My name is Princess Vargas, and I'm the valedictorian of Arlington Collegiate High School. Before I get into my story, I'd like to thank a couple of people because I didn't get here alone. I'd first like to thank my teachers. They're my biggest inspirations and they're my role models in life. They taught me valuable lessons and always believed in me. Some teachers I'd like to thank personally are Ms. Barnes, Ms. Fuller, and Coach Nazir. Ms. Barnes made me realize my love for research as writing our history paper was the turning point in realizing what I want to do in the future. She's also extremely wise and always knew what to say to make me feel better. Her classes were something to always look forward to, and her stories are truly one of a kind. Next, I would like to thank Ms. Fuller for being an extraordinary teacher. She was the first person who genuinely believed in my career goals and pushed me to pursue them. She also pushed me back up last semester when I was burnt out, depressed, and felt like giving up. She encouraged me to keep trying in my classes because I was so close to the finish line. Miss Fuller also gave me the best advice I have ever received, and it's get a life. I know it sounds silly, but it really took me a long way. I'd also like to thank Coach Nazir, who is one of the kindest teachers I've ever met. He's hilarious and brutally honest. When Alexis and I wanted to start the Women's Empowerment Club, he volunteered to be our faculty sponsor, and he came to every meeting and constantly had ideas to contribute. I always strive to be like Coach Nazir as he lives life in such a positive way, and I also admire his Ninja Turtle collection. Again, thank you so much to every teacher at ACHS and TCC. You are outstanding teachers who continue to inspire students who want to do their best. Next, I would like to thank my friends. To the ones that stuck with me through the highs and lows, thank you so much. I know many times I couldn't be around because I was busy with school, but you guys stuck with me to the very end. You guys believed I was going to be valedictorian, which is really kind because I didn't. Thank you, Jimmy, Jason, Alexis, Jair, and Julio for supporting me these past years. Finally, I would like to thank my family. My brother has been one of my biggest role models and biggest supporters in life. My brother gave up pursuing a college education just to help put a roof over my head. I've never told him, but I appreciate all your sacrifices, and I'll never let them go to waste. So thank you for always helping out the family. Thank you for being like a father to me and always being the coolest brother. I love you very much. I'd also like to thank my mother, who is the most incredible person. Even though she came from a background of no education, she's the most intelligent woman I know. She became the head of our household while not knowing anything about paying bills, but she pulled us through. You inspire me to work hard and be self-sufficient, so thank you so much. Te quiero mucho, mamá. Gracias por todos tus sacrificios. If I'm being honest, it still feels surreal being here, and I almost feel like I don't belong on stage. For the past 4 years, I was under the impression that the valedictorian is the most intelligent student and is destined for greatness, but I really don't feel like that at all. I'm not a super genius or even the most intelligent student here. For as long as I can remember, I always enjoyed school, but I never excelled at it. I didn't learn how to read until the 4th grade, and all throughout 3rd grade, I would pretend to read because I couldn't comprehend the words on the page. Everyone in my class was already multiplying by 12s, and I was sitting at my teacher's desk still figuring out how to multiply by 5s. I was eliminated from the spelling bee in the first round because I couldn't spell the word tinker. My love for school soon turned into a hatred born from frustration, as I became more aware of how other students were doing in comparison to me. By middle school, I basically gave up and told myself that if I couldn't understand something, it was because I wasn't intelligent enough. I always envied the kids with perfect straight A report cards, and I even asked this kid in my class if I could have a straight A sticker so I could give my mom something to be proud of. Sorry, Mom, that sticker on your car isn't from me. I'd always cheat off my peers, and if I couldn't cheat, I would take a failing grade. To this day, my teacher's voice haunts me at night when she caught me cheating in her class. However, my mindset changed once I saw my brother graduate from high school. He was the first person in my family to receive a high school diploma, and I recall being very much in awe of him. But the one thing that really caught my eyes was these two people giving a speech on stage. Their gowns were different colors from the rest, and I wondered why they were the ones talking. I soon realized that these two students were the best from my brother's school. Watching them inspired me, and I remember going to bed that night dreaming that I was the one on stage. I decided my freshman year that I was going to change myself as it was a new school. I told myself I was going to be valedictorian, but I really didn't know how important this goal would be to me. After graduation, my brother wasn't able to go to college, and once I realized this, I feared that his path would be the one I was destined to follow as well. My fears were confirmed when my mom told me that we couldn't afford for me to attend college either, and that I would have to get a job after high school. I bawled my eyes out pretty badly that night because I felt so powerless knowing that my fate was already decided. Not going to college absolutely terrified me. My silly goal of just giving a speech turned into a passion for continuing my education. My mindset was that if I made it to the top, then I am guaranteed to go to college. And that is the mentality I carried all throughout high school. But what I really didn't think about was the amount of commitment it would take for me to reach the top. I told myself I would try to get all A's. It didn't matter what it looked like as long as it was a 90. Now this was a huge commitment for someone who didn't even know what an A looked like. The first year of high school was absolutely horrible. I would go home from school and work on homework until it was time for bed. I had no previous study habits, so I had to build everything from the ground up. I would work on all my assignments like it was worth 100% of my grade. There were so many nights where I would break down crying, saying I couldn't do it. But I would again envision myself on the stage, and it kept me going. Finally, at the end of the first 6 weeks, I saw my very first report card, and seeing that every grade was an A brought me to tears. Seeing that all my hard work paid off made me fall in love with school again. The feeling of putting effort into something and getting the outcome I wanted felt absolutely breathtaking. School became a source of happiness for me and was my distraction from reality. That was soon taken away due to COVID-19. I never realized how much online schooling took a toll on me until I felt like giving up. For the first time in 4 years, stubborn me actually wanted to give up. Not being at school made me feel disconnected, and I felt like my dream was out of grasp. It became difficult to focus at home, and I had nowhere to go. But what kept me going was the people around me. They were constantly cheering me on and helping me along the way. From the funny emails from teachers to making our own virtual library and TCC hub. It all helped me pull through my slump and turn my grades around. I was able to overcome this obstacle, and it didn't matter how rough or difficult it was. What mattered was at the end, I succeeded. I think we can apply this lesson anywhere in our life. We will go through many more obstacles in life that we think we are not capable of doing or seem daunting. But in all reality, it doesn't matter how hard the task is. Give me a minute. What matters is how much you are willing to work for it. The amount of effort you put will determine the outcome. I went from not being academically inclined to being on this stage. And it was because I gave it my all in everything I did, and I wanted to live a life of no regrets. I wanted to live my life with no regrets, and now I'm living my dream of going to college and making every sacrifice my dad, my mother, and my brother made worth it. Go live your life and achieve your dreams, because every single one of you is capable of achieving anything. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Camila Coronado, and I am the recording secretary for the class of 2021. It is my pleasure to introduce our principal, Mr. Jeff Krieger.
Wow, what a morning. It's my honor to stand before you all today on this special day of our students' journey. Before I address our students, though, I'd like to recognize the professionals who have made this moment possible, especially for this year. Our campus team would like to thank our superintendent, Dr. Cavazos, and our school board for their confidence and support of our early college high schools. We'd also like to recognize our area superintendent, Dr. Jarko, for his support and advocacy of our early college work in the district. We'd also like to thank our higher education partner, Tarrant County College Southeast, and its president, Dr. Capola. Thank you for opening your campus to our students and providing them access to a college education. At campuses large and small, there are so many professionals who work behind the scenes to make celebration like today possible. These individual contributions are hidden to many of those outside of ACHS, but for those of us privileged enough to be on the inside, we know how valuable their contribution is to our student success. The first such individual is a person who has been by Arlington Collegiate High School's side since ground was first broken on our campus, our early college liaison, Mike Sinattle. Mr. Sinattle serves as our bridge to our personal well-being and our student successes at TCC. Mike, from day one, has been there guiding us and our students to life-changing success. Sadly for us, maybe not so much for him, he's retiring at the end of the summer. Mike, we thank you so much for your work this year and every year prior. Although you will not be with us next year, your work and your legacy at ACHS will never be forgotten and always cherished. Mike, would you please stand to be recognized? Further, I'd like to thank the foundation of our success at Arlington Collegiate High School, the award-winning faculty, counselors, Ms. Hastings, Ms. Hollick, and your assistant principal, Ms. Moore. To achieve uncommon results requires an uncommon effort, and the professionals who work on campus each day, or in the case of this year, on Zoom, provided our students unparalleled, life-changing educational experiences. If you are part of the ACH faculty, would you please stand now to be recognized? This year, I wanted to take an additional moment to recognize our amazing support staff. These remarkable professionals have been the unsung heroes of this pandemic school year. They have kept our students on the right side of the road for success all year through, with thousands of phone calls, ensuring they have the resources and the information needed to be successful in the classroom, as well as countless other things too numerous to mention in this moment. We would like to individually recognize now Ms. Brenda Mahalik and Ms. Sophie Trevino. Ladies, could you please stand? Additionally, I'd like to thank the parents, guardians, and extended families of our senior class. Over the last 4 years, your support of your students and our work at ACHS has made this special moment possible. We appreciate the opportunity to work with your incredible children. Seniors from the class of 2021, would you please stand and join me in thanking your families for their support of you? All right, now on to the extraordinary and resilient class of 2021. You arrived at Arlington Collegiate High School in August of 2017, which was the first year our campus ever had a senior class. You came to us on the promise of a unique high school experience and the opportunity to achieve outcomes you could not fully visualize or articulate at the time. You entered our doors with a hunger and a burning desire to be the best version of yourself so you could improve your future and the futures for those you love. As you arrived for your freshman bridge camp, you saw challenges ahead, but the challenges you encountered this year were significant and unprecedented. When you took biology as a freshman, the word pandemic was just another vocabulary word and not the single biggest disruption to our lives in the last 100 years. Yet, you thrived. Much of the learning you acquired in your high school journey is not relegated just to the classroom. These past 16 months have provided you more experiences and learning than you ever desired. Yet, you thrived. As time marches forward, as it will do and always has, and this pandemic life experience becomes, to use the eloquent words from President Lincoln in his first inaugural address, part of the mystic chords of memory. Let us not waste the powerful lessons learned to make our world and your future as successful as you want it to be. The lessons learned this year were plentiful, but there are three which stand out for us. One, those who never change their minds never change anything. When you started your junior year, the idea that you could find learning outcomes that you wanted for a college degree from a Zoom window and never leaving your house were never considered or frankly wanted. Yet you thrive, and wow, did you ever. This year's graduating class finished with a 95% of the class earning their associate's degree. This percentage is the best performance in our school's history. Second lesson learned, you have learned you need others in your life. And more importantly, you want the personal interaction of others in your life. There's a saying, if you want to go fast, go it alone. If you want to go far, go with others. To achieve lasting, significant things in life, you need others. This pandemic world has insulated us to an extreme from one another. Look for ways to connect with others and achieve at a high level. You can point to this moment as proof you can thrive when you seek this connection. This graduating class finished with a cumulative college GPA of 3.13, and to date has been awarded a total of $3.1 million in scholarships. This equates to around $34,000 for each graduate. This level of success occurs when a team of people are connected around a common goal. The third lesson learned is if you always live in a life vest, you don't know you can swim. 4 years ago, you chose the road less traveled to achieve something significant and lasting for you and your families. You have become a role model for your siblings and extended families for what can be accomplished when you're willing to go on a difficult journey. Don't settle for the safe and easy path when you know you can thrive when embracing the challenging and hard. Your walking across the stage today is proof that you can do it. Students, shortly you'll be walking out of the stadium with both a degree and a diploma in your hand. And as I reflect on your class motto, although the class of 2021 is done, the next chapter has just begun for you. This afternoon will mark the start of a new journey for you and your families. Keep in mind, for you to arrive here at this big moment today in front of 1,000 people, it requires you doing the little things day after day. Finishing this journey here today tells you that you can do it. Class of 2021, you've endured more than any class before you, but you overcame every obstacle presented to you and prospered nonetheless. We are proud of your diligence, grit, and positive attitudes during your journey here at ACHS. Once a lion, always an ACHS lion. May the spirit of 100% be with you always. Godspeed to you all. All right, class of 2020, we've now arrived at the milestone moment you and your families are here for today, the awarding of your high school diplomas. And we will now begin the presentation of graduates. Guests, please be respectful of every graduate as they cross the stage. Will the first row please approach the stage to receive their diplomas?
Gabriela Aguilar. Jasmine Alonso. Brittany Alvarez Garcia. Daniel Anaya. Axel Araiza. Amanda Arias. Mia Avila. Melanie Benavides. Eileen Castillo. Alejandra Centeno. Brianna Chico. Alejandro Colmenero. Jasmine Correa. Camila Coronado Hernández. Brenda de la Rosa. Alexia de Leon. Brinley Dorsey. Julio Espino. Rocio Flores. Alejandro Garcia. Omar Garcia. Marta Gomez. Adrián González. Andy González. Maria Gonzalez. Meili Gonzalez. Simone Trinity Jade Graham. Trinity Jade Simone Graham. Ariana Granado. Leslie Guerrero. Fatima Gutierrez Arciniega. Daniel Hernandez. Denise Hernandez. Carla Samantha Hernandez. Brisa Herrera. Diego Herrera. Victoria Klein. Allison Lee. Julia Lee. Vin Lee. Jasmine Leon. Alexis Lopez. Angel Lopez. Karen Lopez. Dat Lee. Karen Martin. Cassandra Martinez. Gianna Martinez. Naivi Martinez. Kimberly Medina. Christopher Mendez. Angela Mendiola Salinas. Jesus Mendoza. Andrew Moore. Gabriela Morales. Catalina Munoz. Colin Newton. Alexis Wynn. Calvin Wynn. Xavier Nua. Cecilia Holguín. María Padilla Orozco. José Pérez. Denia Pérez Conejo. Kelly Fan. Catherine Alexi Pink. Paulina Porcayo. Alex Rangel. Daniel Ratemo. Gladys Razon Rodriguez. Jair Rea. Ramon Reveles. Jasmine Rodriguez. Jocelyn Rodriguez. Lisbeth Roman. Demetrio Romero. Angel Ruiz Valle. Heidi Sanchez. Marquise Shields. Melissa Cifuentes. Sebastian Stillwell. Adriana Taylor. Ashlyn Vallejo. Michelle Vasquez. Cristina Vasquez. Juan Vasquez. Litzy Vega Espinosa. Giselle Villalba. Ashlyn Weatherspoon. Cameron Wright. Skylar Wright. Yamile Zuniga. Arlington Collegiate 2021 salutatorian, Kevin Bailon. Arlington Collegiate High School Class of 2021 valedictorian, Princess Vargas.
All right, guests, as we approach the end of our ceremony, be sure to make sure you pick up a program as you exit the stadium if you've not already picked one up. Will the Arlington Collegiate High School Class of 2021 please stand up? Superintendent Cavazos, members of the Arlington ISD Board of Trustees, as the principal of Arlington Collegiate High School, I'd like to present to you these students who have successfully completed all the attendance and academic requirements for graduation as prescribed by the state of Texas and the Arlington Independent School District. It is my privilege to present the fourth graduating class at Arlington Collegiate High School. You may now move your tassel to the left.